So y'all gonna have to let me know. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? I'm trying to do this at home. I'm back on the ranch. And on the ranch, it's a little shaky out here, y'all. So I got a lot of information. I got a lot of news y'all can use. It's your man, Big Tiger Man. When you check in, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you never saw me. I try to keep y'all updated on what's going on in Colorado news and NCAA, NFL. We talk about a lot of stuff. This is a late night special. So we have some other stuff we're gonna talk about. I saw something tonight with T-Pain that really made me laugh, and it was entertaining. It was actually entertaining. But I'm trying to wait until I see some people jump in the room before I take off. As of right now, I see nobody in the room. We're a minute in, so it's okay. I see one person in the room. Can we get a comment? Can we get a like? I want to see. Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Um, I'm testing out my new Wi-Fi. My last service didn't work that good out here. I'm shooting for the stars right now, so I need y'all help. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Okay, I got a like. I got a like. Oh, I got 8 people in the room now, so I guess I'm getting some kind of traction. Can y'all hear me? I'm waiting on a comment. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? I got a lot of information, y'all, tonight. I mean, I've been digging, y'all, and just stuff been popping. If something happened, uh-oh, we got a heart. Okay. Bro, bro, I hope it's not true. I hope it's not true. Earlier today, okay, hold on. Let me give y'all the rundown what I'm talking about in this live. So, okay, I'm talking about the transfers. Believe it or not, Colorado is not alone with transfers. It's a lot of schools. They got a lot of transfers. So we are not the team with the most transfers. That's a good thing. Um, and it's letting everybody know a lot of teams are doing the same thing we are doing. So what Colorado is doing right now, I'm not gonna say it's the new norm, but I'm gonna say it's gonna be the norm for a few teams. Like every year, you're gonna have 5 to 7 teams out of 130 teams that's gonna have a lot of transfers. Be the head coaches is coming in and out, or the school got on some kind of sanctions or whatever. Or something happened, and where a lot of kids gonna exit the program. All right, so we're in a hunt for a few guys, y'all, and I think we finna really knock it out the water with the guys. I see what Coach Prime are doing, the guys they're trying to bring in. But let's talk about the Shilo news real quick. And I've only seen 2 sources so far. The first source, my man Max and Buff Daily, he broke the news. He spoke about it. He went to the website. I went to the same website. It's an ESPN website, but it doesn't look like your normal ESPN. If you look at the history of the stuff that they posted, they posted about nothing but Colorado stuff. Everything else they posted on their page was true about Colorado. It was some stuff that happened last week and the week before last. All that stuff is true. So I'm like, well, maybe it's just like a little tabloid, something that's just being thrown out there. But it kind of seemed legit. Well, the other information that was on there was legit. Let me say that, right? So, I mean, they was talking about some of the guys that had jumped in the portal. They was talking about a lot of stuff that we've already covered on this channel. So I'm looking at the information like, damn, all of this stuff is true, but this is the first media outlet to break this story, right? So it's a version of ESPN. It's some kind of they associated with ESPN, some kind of way. ESPN, maybe they're an extension of Colorado through ESPN. I don't know, but it's ESPN, right? Um, so they're saying he's gonna have to have shoulder surgery, and he might miss 6 months. If you do the math, 6 months from now, the season's damn near over with. If you try to bring a guy back 6 months from now, he's gonna throw off your defense. And would you even risk a guy coming back 6 months from now? If this is the Man, he should have won the draft, bro. He should have won the draft. He might as well just go ahead and throw his name in the hat right now and try to see if he can get drafted. I don't know if it's too late to get picked up in the supplemental draft, but as of right now, if Shilo has to have surgery, and on my live this morning, one of our chat buddies, somebody in the chat said this right here. Somebody in the chat said if he keep hitting like that, he's gonna have messed up shoulders or shoulder surgery like Ronnie Lott. And I was like, what? I heard him say that, and I was like, why would he say that? But then I thought about it. Yeah, he used his shoulders. He don't wrap up. If you keep hitting, something's gonna tear. And especially the level of violence that he brings. And he's a decent sized guy, but he's not an overly big guy. So I'm like, it kind of makes sense. But I never knew Ronnie Lott to have surgeries like that. I never heard about. Only thing I heard about Ronnie Lott was he had that pinky that he cut off because he wanted to go back in the game. The trainer was telling him he couldn't go back in the game and because they couldn't get his pinky done. Then he was like, "What if you cut it off?" And they were like, "Yeah, if we cut it off, you can go back in the game." He said, "Well, cut it off." And they tried to put it back on after the game, but it was done. So now he got like a little nub pinky now. If you see Ronnie Lott, but so they saying. And I'm gonna say this, y'all. If a doctor leaked this information, they could get in trouble, y'all. They could get in trouble because from what I'm hearing, this don't supposed to be out yet. But hopefully, and I'm gonna say something, y'all. Y'all remember that collision that he had with Welch? Ever since that collision, he has not really hit anybody hard since then. Ever since that collision. So maybe he tweaked something that day. Maybe he had already tweaked something. That's why he kind of hit him sideways the way he did it. Hope it's not true. I hope this is a fake story. But y'all look it up. You type in Shilo soldier. Dang, why I can't say this? I want to say soldier, so like Soldier Boy. But he might have to have surgery, y'all. 6 months. And I know my guest that I had on the show this morning, he had surgery on his shoulder. And he was never the same. He still played, but he was never the same. He got invited to some camps, and he was a running back. He never he couldn't have full extension no more. So when you're trying to catch balls and this was a long time ago. This was 20 years ago. And we got new surgery techniques and stuff now, so maybe they can get it right. But playing DB after you have surgery like this and you got to extend out here to catch the ball, it's gonna be kind of hard for him. And this is like his third injury. Remember last year he had to sit out some games because the lacerated liver, I think, or something it was something in the inside that got cut. I don't know if that was Travis, but he was bleeding. Y'all remember that one game? He was bleeding after the game. He was bleeding, I think, when he urinated. And at Jackson State, he had to have surgery on his pinky, I think. And I know he missed some games. So, and I don't know what happened in South Carolina. He maybe not. But so he's been through a few things already. And Shilo, I hate it because this is your last hoorah with your dad and your brother. This y'all last, y'all trying to make a stance. And this is how football is, y'all. Sometimes you think you done did everything right, you done put in all this extra work, and when it's time for the big dance, you can't go. I've been there. I've been that guy 2 times. Well, really 3 times. Ready for the season, and then I have to have surgery. And it's painful, man. It's painful. But hold on, let me get into some of these. And y'all been taking off in the chat tonight. Y'all taking off. Dang, so y'all saying I'm not that clear? You saying it's fake news? I hope it's fake news. Okay, well I hope that's the case. Some people in the chat are saying it's fake news. Yeah, man, I'm blurred, bro. I'm at my ranch right now, so it's bad service out here. Bad service. I'm just trying to see what I can do. I got to figure it out. If I want to do this YouTube stuff all the time, I gotta keep testing it out and trying new servers. Uh, so some people saying it's fake news. I hope it's fake news, but we don't know. We don't know. We will find out because the reporters are gonna ask Coach Prime about it tomorrow. So we'll find out tomorrow. We will find out tomorrow. Hey, I know DD on blurry. I'm at the house right now. I'm trying out my internet. I'm trying to see what I can do, if I can do it here or not, if I'm gonna have to get me another location. But I'm just trying it out right now. Oh, you said it's not blurred. Okay. I'm not blurred. Okay, that's good then. Okay. And I knew that website looked a little shaky because it said ESPN, but it wasn't connected to the normal ESPN. And they only talked about Colorado. I'm like, ESPN, they talk about everything. So they was only talking about Colorado, but the other news that was on that site was was accurate. So that's the reason why I'm like, I don't know if this is true or false, because the other news that was on that site was accurate, and it was stuff that had happened 2, 3 weeks ago, and some stuff that had happened today. So we just gonna leave that right there. We'll find out tomorrow, because they will be asking Coach Prime about this. Shilo I might have to check his Instagram. He might say something about it on his Instagram. But okay. So I went and looked at the schools with the transfers, because we know we had another transfer. I got to hit the portal today, right? Well, two guys that hit the portal today. The linebacker from London and Israel Solomon, the guy from IMG, number 46. And 46 was starting to become a fan favorite. A lot of people was talking about him. We was just like we like his heart. I didn't know he was a walk-on. So if we gonna keep a buck, he was a walk-on, y'all. Even though he was becoming a fan favorite, he was a walk-on. So we lost a walk-on. We can't be too mad about losing a walk-on. It hurts a little bit when you start to get to know these guys and you saw the spirit he had. But I think what Coach Prime is doing right now is he's trying to build a mega team. And Israel, even though he had the heart and he had the skill sets, I don't think he had the size like that some of these NFL teams are looking for. You either got to have exceptional talent, speed, or you got to have better than average size. So I'm looking at these corners now. I think Richard Jefferson and a few of these guys kind of broke the mold when they started having these big, tall corners. And a lot of guys are not playing basketball as much as they used to, because if you 6'2" with basketball now, you're not tall enough. They want you to be 6'4", 6'5", 6'6" playing basketball. I think the average basketball player is like 6'6" now. So a lot of these 6'2" guys that used to play basketball, now they're playing football as wide receivers. So they have to have bigger corners. So a lot of schools are looking for these 6 foot, 6'2" corners. And back in my day, a 5'9" corner, he could go out there and hunt. If he had good technique, 5'9", 5'7", they'll let him work. They'll let him work. If you had a 6 foot corner back in my day, that was tall. So now 6'2" is tall. Well, hell, 6'2" is almost kind of getting almost. is almost the standard for elite corners, right? So I'm sorry to see him leave, but I already know we got like 3 dudes coming in that's around 6'1" to 6'3". So the team is getting better. I can say that. The team is getting better. We're in a hunt for a guy, Derek, I think it's Holloman. He's a big D tackle. He's one of the best D tackles in the portal right now. He's like one of the top 100 D tackles. I think he was like 56, 57 overall rated for the active D lineman in college football right now. And he's leaving Michigan State. So we're running neck and neck with him with USC. So Colorado and USC, we got a lot of head-to-head battles for players. We got this guy and we got Juju. So hopefully we can land him, Derek, and then we can land Juju later on this year. And another guy that's coming off that team, he's a 4-star too, Antonio Gates Jr. If y'all know Antonio Gates, he was a big-time tight end for the Chargers for a lot of years. He's a Hall of Famer. His son is in the portal. He left Michigan State. So Michigan State have a lot of guys in the portal. So I'm gonna run down the top schools with teams in the portal. At the 4th spot, we got 2 teams. We got Miami and the Arizona Wildcats. Both of them have 27 players that have hit the portal. At the number, hold on, that was the number 5 spot. At the number 4 spot, we got Texas A&M with 30 players in the portal. And Arkansas is tied with Texas A&M with 30 players in the portal. And then you have Louisville. That's another. So Louisville has 30 players in the portal too. So Texas A&M, Arkansas, and Louisville have 30 players in the portal. Then you have Georgia State with 36 players in the portal. Georgia State is cleaning house. Now you got to understand, Georgia State got a new head coach. Arizona got a new head coach. Michigan State got a new head coach. Texas A&M got a new head coach. I don't know about Arkansas. I don't know. I didn't keep up with Arkansas. Louisville has a 1-year coach. This coach came in the same time Coach Prime came in. So you can almost expect when your team goes through a coaching change, you're going to lose about 30 players. So let's go to the next teams. So the top teams in the portal. So Colorado is tied in a 3-way tie right now. A 3-way tie. Colorado, Michigan State, and Alabama all have 39 players in the portal. The good thing about this for Colorado is we losing a lot of guys that was walk-ons, 2 stars, 3 stars. We done lost a few, 1 5-star and a 4-star. But most of our guys we losing, they're like lower tier guys. And we are bringing in a lot of 3 and 4-star guys. So we're replacing the guys that we're losing with bigger, like weight-wise and height-wise, bigger, stronger guys. I'm not going to say faster, but bigger, stronger guys. And I think we're replacing it with a bunch of guys that got that dog in them that really want to go to the NFL. I think when we first got to Colorado, a lot of these guys just happy to be in college and playing college ball. This wave we just went through was a lot of guys that wanted to make it to the NFL. They had the heart, but some of them didn't have the mental capacity to do what it took. And some of them didn't have the athletic ability to do what it took to make it to the next level. Like some stuff, it got to be God-given. Like that stuff that Travis got going on, that's God-given. Now, some of that stuff that Shador got going on, that's technique, that's preparation. But every blue moon, you get a guy that just got crazy, crazy talent and crazy work ethic, and he has the mindset to go with it. Sometimes you have guys with crazy work ethic, crazy talent, and their mindset is crazy. So Travis is like a one-off. You don't get too many Travises. Um, but let's look at Bama. Bama has lost 39 guys. They losing 4 and 5-star guys. They're not replacing this many guys. They're not replacing 39 guys this fast. They're not. Not with the talent that they're losing. Michigan State, they losing 39 guys. They losing a bunch of 4 and 5-star guys. The coach is coming in. A lot of players don't know him. Michigan is not just a breeding ground of talent. They have guys up there, but they don't have the kind of guys like you have down south. So this is going to hurt Michigan a lot more than it's going to hurt Alabama. Alabama's going to reload. But Michigan program probably going to be down for a few years. Colorado, we're going to turn this thing around. I'm telling you. I just want us to get another quarterback. I either want to see something from the quarterbacks we have on the roster, or I want us to get a big-time quarterback to sign. We need a big-time quarterback. Because once Shador leaves, if we don't have a big-time quarterback in-house, wide receivers won't come. Wide receivers won't come. Let me see. Okay, they say Shilo said he fine, y'all. So, hey, Shilo one of my favorite players. So, I wish this man nothing but the best. Let me see. I said something about TCU. TCU losing a lot of good players too, y'all. TCU got like a big tackle, a big offensive lineman, like 455 pounds in the portal. They got a linebacker, like a 4-star guy in the portal. And I think they got either a DB or another wide receiver just hit the portal. TCU losing a lot of good people too. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to capitalize off that, but I hope we can. Let me see what else. But if y'all notice, the guys we are bringing in, they are pro-size guys. Next year, Colorado's pro day is going to be crazy. I don't know if y'all seen what Kirby Smart done his first 7 years at Georgia, but I'm going to talk about that in the morning. Kirby Smart has done a great job. He outdid Nick Saban. So I'm going to talk about all this in the morning. So Coach Prime has to get put in this, in the names that he want to be involved with the top coaches in the game. He has his some work cut out for him. But he did pretty good this past year with the guys he had. Hopefully we can keep it going, and then we can build upon that. Next year, Coach Prime might shock the world with how many guys he put in the draft. Oh, did y'all see Charles Barkley on the show with Shannon Sharp? Charles Barkley said he stopped gambling for a while, but he had a bad gambling problem. Charles Barkley said he won $7 million gambling, but he lost $25 million. He said he lost $25 million. And his homeboys had to talk to him. What's up, Bumpty? What's going on? His homeboys had to talk to him about when they go to the casino, you don't have to try to win $1 million. You can win $300,000 and we can go and party, have a great weekend, or you can lose $300,000 and we can party and have a great weekend. I don't think I can party and have a great weekend if I lose over $100,000. I mean, maybe what Charles was doing, maybe that's a different kind of money. But if I lose that kind of money, I might can shake off 1,000. But when I lose 100 plus, that's crazy money. That's crazy. Well, it used to be you could buy somebody a house money, but not anymore. Now it's damn $100,000. You can't even buy a house no more, y'all. Only way you can buy a house if you buy like a house in a bad area that need work. That's crazy. Or you buy a tiny home. When I was a little kid, our first house was $30,000. Now you can't buy a house for $100,000. That's crazy. Oh, and y'all know my man DJ Promo be acting up, y'all. He sent me a video today, and I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like a mixtape because he do music. But he sent me a video, and it's on YouTube, y'all. A T-Pain, he has this, and if you're watching this replay, I'm gonna try to put it down in the description after I'm done. But he's doing a pageant, the biggest booty pageant. And at first when I was watching, I was like, what the hell am I watching, man? But it was actually kind of entertaining. Carlos Miller was a judge. I don't know if y'all from the South, y'all know Carlos Miller. He was there. Another dude, Young Cash. I don't know Young Cash, but he was there. Him and T-Pain put this on. And guys, if you like girls with nice bodies, I'm talking about the derriere, you might want to check that out. It might become a big thing. It might become a big thing. Like, it's just, I enjoyed it. I'll say that. You said the houses are 100K in Texas. Man, what size house is 100K in Texas? I remember back in 2005, you could get a house for 100K. Not anymore. Yeah, 85 South, Carlos Miller. Yeah. All right, y'all. So y'all got it. Now I'm in the comments now, y'all. I got through my dialogue. Are you saying Bishop and McClain could be dangerous at UCF? I think McClain gonna go to the SEC. For whatever reason, they trying to stay out of Florida, it seems like they don't want to really be in Florida. I think he gonna go to LSU or Georgia. From what I'm hearing from my Georgia guys, Georgia on them tough, but they just keep it on the wraps. And Georgia was a school that always kind of, they did good the last few years with getting corners and put them in the league, but Georgia used to always struggle with cover safeties and cornerbacks. They could get safeties that would hit you, but they couldn't get safeties that could really cover like that, unless they was undersized guys. I don't know why, but hey, that $30,000 house in Texas, I don't know. I got to see a picture of that. I got to see a picture of that, and I got to see the neighborhood that it's in. Oh, and Uncle Luke. One last thing, y'all. Uncle Luke felt like he had to come out and protect Coach Prime because he was like, everybody talking about Prime. Everybody going at Prime right now. And he was like, y'all got nothing else to talk about, blah, blah, blah. And Prime is the number one, this morning he was the number one trending person on Twitter. So I don't know what that is on the national news or whatever, how much he's trending. But I know ESPN, they stopped reporting on Prime because they didn't want to feed into the circus. They didn't want to give him any more power. They felt like he was getting too big. So ESPN stopped reporting on Coach Prime. I think that's why they didn't do the spring game too. Or maybe they knew the weather was going to be bad. So ESPN actually, they did good by not televising the spring game because that spring game was not up to par. Hey, I said we was going to go in the 7th round or as a free agent. Promo said he was going to go first, second round at the beginning of the season. towards the end of the season, he backed it off to around about. I like after the season, he backed it off to around about 4 to 6, fourth round to the sixth round. I was saying the whole time he was gonna go 7. And once I found out about the surgery on his shoulder, his arm was popping out. I thought he was gonna go free agency. I really did. Because most times they're not gonna draft you if you already injured, because they don't know if you healed up right. Yeah, UCF cooking, man. UCF sitting in a good spot where they can really do some damage if they ever get going. I don't know where Diddy at, man. Diddy might be partying somewhere. Yeah, I mean, and this is the thing. When you get signed real late like that, like I had a homeboy, my roommate in college, he went free agency. I mean, it's hard. They really have to struggle. Like, them late round guys, they got to do stuff on special teams. Like, if Weaver show out, I'm gonna say it like this right here. If Weaver makes the team, he's gonna make the team if two things happen. If some wide receivers get hurt and he get to move up, or if he do some good stuff on special teams. Because I've seen guys that play real good, that's a late pick or a free agent, and they'll still get traded after preseason, or they'll still get cut. You see a guy that catch like 5 balls in the game, and we be like, oh yeah, he made it, and then he'll get released, and we're like, what the hell? But somebody else will pick him back up. So if Weaver gets cut, y'all don't get too sad. Another team will pick him up, but hopefully he won't get cut because Arizona, they need wide receivers. And he get to work out with Marvin Harrison Jr. That's crazy. That's crazy. And their money went up since back in the day. They get a little bit more than what they got back in the day. But if y'all heard Shannon Sharp talking about it, he went late. And I think when Shannon Sharp got picked, they had rounds all the way up to like 14 rounds or something. But Shannon Sharp was hardly making no money for like his first 3 years in the league almost. When I say no money, I'm talking about he wasn't making millions. He was making like the league minimum. I think the league minimum back in the day was like $300,000. And this is the thing about it. This is why a lot of NFL players end up going broke, because when you go to these different cities, you got to get a house, and sometimes they give you some money for your house, but that's part of your paycheck. So half of that money's already gone because you can't stay just anywhere. You got to stay in nicer neighborhoods. So you're gonna spend a lot of that money on where you're staying at. And after the season, a lot of guys end up going back home. They don't stay in the same complex. They go home for whatever reason. Maybe they homesick or whatever. But now you got to pay money somewhere else. So some guys end up having an apartment here, an apartment there, or a house here, an apartment there. So they spending money out of both ends. The guys that actually still stay at home with their parents or whatever, or if they married, sometimes they save more money. But when you single, you spend a lot of money. You spend a lot of money. And every time you go places, everybody think you got it. So you got a little pressure on you to spend. And even he's gonna be a catch for a lot of ladies. But when he go out, he gonna spend. He gonna foot the bill. So that money go real fast, y'all. Real fast. And I believe you said Colorado won't offer that 5'9" DB from JMU. Who is that? Who is JMU? James Madison University. They trying to get these big tall DBs, man. They trying to get 6 foot or taller DBs now because the wide receivers so big. You got to understand. You might have two speedsters on the team, a Tyreek Hill on every team, a Dylan on every team. You might have one or two guys like that, but a lot of these teams got these 6'3" wide receivers. So if you try to 5'9" guy there with a 6'3" guy, they're gonna do a lot of jump balls with them. That's all they're gonna try to do a lot of one-on-ones, jump balls, corner the end zone, and just by the metrics, it's hard for them guys to jump. It's when you body somebody in the back of the end zone, it's hard for you to jump. So if this dude got like 2 feet on you with his height, then his arms, that's harder for short corners. Yeah, it's real tricky. Uh, uh, yeah, you're right. You get 25K, they trying to put and see they might put him on the practice squad and because he's a good receiver, and if somebody get hurt, they'll pull him up. But like with that shoulder injury, they got to heal up first. And one thing a lot of guys have told me, they was like, they had already got hit hard before in their lifetime, like in college and in high school. They was like, when you get to the NFL, they said them licks are different. Them licks, it like you get hit so hard every game. Like some licks don't look as hard on TV, but they was like, man, dude hit me so hard, not to piss at me for real. Like real, he was like, I got to the sideline, I had piss on my leg. So like dudes, when you have surgeries and stuff like this, and you go to the NFL, you got some of the biggest, strongest dudes in America is running full speed at you trying to end your career. So you got to be kind of, you got to be healed up before you get out there. So they might put him on the practice squad and let him heal up, and then bring him up if somebody else goes down. Oh yeah, yeah. Really, honestly, it's one dude. He did it the best way. It was one guy got drafted. His dad told him every year when he get his salary or whatever, they're gonna divide it, and they're gonna make sure his salary he can live off his salary for the next. I think they said like 50 years because he was 20 something. So the next 50 years. So the first year he played in the league, he can hardly spend no money. The second year, he had an allowance like a regular person, like a person that was making, and this was back in the day, a person that's making like 30,000 a year. And then like once he ended up getting his second contract, he got to where he could spend like 100 plus thousand dollars a year. So he still wasn't like just balling out of control. He was living like a upscale kind of like manager or something, like a manager or something that worked at Walmart or something like that. So he never spent a bunch of money. Like how Shaq said he went and brought all these cars and his agent had to call him and stuff. It is a dude, him and his dad, they was real smart. They divided their money every year. And like he said, his first year, he was like, he couldn't even do nothing his first year. He's like his first year playing ball was harder than his years in college. Uh, uh, yeah, Ocho real stingy. Ocho drive a minivan right now. Uh, Yeah, it's gonna be because of height, Bumpy. It's they want these big corners now. Look at all the corners we done brought in so far. I think all of them like 6 foot. I think that's why they didn't get a guy from ING a scholarship because they know they want bigger corners. They want corners the same size Travis. Like Travis is now the model. Yeah, I like Ocho too. Ocho one of them kind of dudes where he go through stuff, but like he can bounce back so fast, and like he'll never really get bogged down for real. Uh, Chad Johnson, Chad Johnson made the NFL fun, man. Chad Johnson, Steve Smith, all them boys, they played for the same junior college. I know they had a lot of fun in junior college. I'm gonna say this: the guys they bringing in, cause Colorado line right now is decent right now. It's a decent line. It's like a B minus line right now. A B minus. Maybe a C plus line right now, right? With the guys they got coming in, these younger, bigger guys they got coming in, if they can take some of these upperclassmen spots, I love that. But if they neck and neck with them, and next year we'll have them for 2, 3 years, I think next year our line is gonna be really good. I think the key right now is they got to get a good blocking back. They got to get these running backs they bringing in. They got to find somebody that can really protect the quarterback. You said Detroit is going to be next to unstoppable. Detroit who? You talking about Detroit who? Lions? Oh man, I seen Chad Johnson doing that spelling bee, boy. He had me dying laughing. Uh, Promo working, man. He working. I can probably call him. He might be up. Let me see can I call him. But see, I know if I try to go live with promo right now, that's why I've been working on doing it on my phone. Because if I try to go live with promo now, uh, he won't. It'll mess up my live. Will mess up. Uh, Let me see if he might be asleep. But yeah, I hear Georgia trying to get McLean. Georgia trying to get him real tough. Hey, he might be watching that video. He the one sent me that early today. He might be watching it. Um, Man, I've been watching a lot of stuff. A lot of the news you can use. All right, Chad, I'm letting y'all go. I got on here just so I wouldn't have no guests. So y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. Cause this morning I had a lot of comments, but I had a guest, so I couldn't get to everybody this morning. Hey, who y'all got out of the Heat in Boston? Who y'all think gonna win that series? Yeah, the Bears gonna be good, man. But the thing about the Bears, they supposed to be good. But they could have been even better if they had kept Justin Fields. I'm mad about the Bears. I hate how they play with Justin Fields' career, man. Now they got Caleb. See, now they got Caleb Williams like 3 wide receivers. They got Justin Fields 1 wide receiver his whole time there, and it was his last year. And I think him and that guy had like 8 touchdowns the last year. So now they got Caleb 3 wide receivers. Like, I mean, two wide receivers that was like the #1 guy on their team, and they got another top draft pick wide receiver. So you pretty much gave this man 3 #1 wide receivers. And now everybody gonna say he was that much better than Justin Fields. If you gave Justin Fields the same thing, they could have, man, he got a better running back. Everything got upgraded this year. So he's supposed to win. Caleb Williams, he ended up falling into a good spot. I thought it was going to be a bad spot for him, but the Bears end up, and they didn't even get a lot for Fields. That's why I'm letting y'all, like, they had so much equity, they pretty much gave Fields away, and they still had a great draft. If he go to Georgia, I don't know. Because I know some guys transferred up out of there, and I know Coach Fran Brown is gone. So I don't know who. Ooh. And y'all, don't sleep. Don't sleep, because I'm going to say something that I ain't never said before. Don't sleep on Syracuse. Because Coach Fran Brown had a relationship with McClain. And they already got one of our guys already. Nick Williams, now that'll let us know a lot. Nick Williams was with McClain all last year. So he know the dude hard. So if he go to Syracuse, if McClain go to Syracuse, I think he gonna have a better career. I know that coaching staff, because I said he need to go to a coaching staff that's not as like I don't think he need to be with Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart, all that yelling in people's face, I don't think that's McClain's style. But Coach Fran Brown, I think, and Big E, they laid back kind of men. They get their job done, but they laid back kind of men. The coach for Florida State, I think he gonna be too nice on them. Coach Fran Brown, he gonna be firm with you, but he gonna treat you with a certain level of respect until you lose that respect. It's just too many stories coming out now about Prime, where it's kind of like people, they frustrated, they mad with Prime. Yeah, the Texans should be good, but I don't know how they receiver, if he's gonna come back on the same level. Tank Dell, because he got shot the other day. So now with a speedy wide receiver, that might take away some of his speed. So we'll see. I hope not, but he said he'll be fine, but I know he got shot. And I ain't never been shot before, so I don't know what a bullet can do to you. And they say he got shot like in the legs. Then Boston won the series. I kind of figured Boston was going to win that series because Jimmy was missing all them games. And what's up with Jimmy with them darn ponytails and all these hairstyles and stuff? He had that perm at the beginning of the year. Then he had ponytails the other day. Like, I'm happy they out of the playoffs, because I ain't want to see Jimmy no more. Looking all wild. Oh, that was embarrassing looking at Jimmy. All right, so this is what they're saying. The Falcons with Kirk Cousins, they saying the Falcons might trade Kirk Cousins. But what the Falcons going to do is they're going to wait the preseason. If Penix puts on a show to him in preseason, now Kirk Cousins, he's up, he's back on the market. If Penix doesn't do good in preseason, they're going to keep Kirk Cousins. So if you want to have a good team, you got to have a good quarterback. So they was willing to spend a draft pick and spend the money to get a quarterback. So they say, okay, we're going to go through the free agency and we're gonna go through the draft. Somebody gonna hit. But if we don't have a quarterback, the head coach, I'm gonna lose my job because if we can't move the ball, we can't get things done. I'm out of here. So let me get the groceries that I need to make sure I can try to deliver a good product. So I think that's what they're trying to do. And if you look at it, if you learn behind Kirk Cousins for a year, once they see he's ready to play, now Kirk Cousins, you can always get rid of him. You might have to pay a little money, but you just get rid of him. I seen Shannon being cheating on his segment, knowing the game of Ocho spellings. Uh, uh, you say Caleb is gonna be a bust? I mean, I don't think he's gonna be a bust. I think he's too talented to be a bust with all the weapons he got around him. Honestly, I think he's just too talented. Um, USC, they didn't really have a defense around them. And he really didn't have the elite wide receivers. He had good wide receivers, but he didn't have what Texas got, what Alabama got. He didn't have the best wide receivers. I think he made his wide receivers look better than what they were. You see how Jerry Rice's son went so late. Oh, that was pretty cool. Y'all see Jerry Rice's son got drafted. Frank Gore's son got drafted. And Terrell Owens' son got drafted. I didn't even know Terrell Owens had a son. I didn't even know Terrell Owens had a son. That's crazy. I don't know if Nick Williams recruited Kamani. Kamani. I don't know if he did that. Kamani. I don't know. I can't call it. It seemed like to me that would have been a prime special right there. Prime should have recruited him, but I don't know. Nah, if the Bears do bad this year, I don't think they're gonna get Shador. Because now they got so much money invested, they had to get that dude a big contract. The Bears was already tight. The Bears are almost at their limit right now with their money. They probably right there at the cap or almost over the cap. I think promo sleep, y'all. I think he sleep. But I'm gonna talk about a lot of NFL stuff in the morning. We're gonna hit a lot of NFL stuff in the morning on the morning drive. Let me see. The Atlanta Falcons situation work out. Well, you see what New England did. New England got two quarterbacks in the draft. They got the guy from Duke and they got the guy from Tennessee. So they did the same thing Washington did a long time ago when Washington drafted RG3, and then they drafted Kirk Cousins the same year. And you see Kirk Cousins end up panning out. Sometimes the guy that goes, the guy that get picked late, since you're not paying them as much, they have more time to hang around and develop. The guys that you paying a lot, the fans want to see them right now. They got to produce right now. And sometimes They don't have time to develop. Yeah, T.O. got a son. T.O. and I'm gonna tell y'all what's so crazy. Jerry Rice and Terrell Owens had a son that was in the draft this year. We thought San Francisco was gonna draft Jerry Rice's son. San Francisco draft Terrell Owens' son. And I'm gonna say this, y'all. Jerry Rice is the best receiver of all time. But if Terrell Owens would have came in just like Jerry Rice, where he could have played his first year in, he might could have broke some of Jerry Rice's records. Well, he already did. He probably could have broke more of his records. I'm getting sleepy, y'all. I think Penix was the best quarterback in the draft too. I compare Penix to Warren Moon. He like the new Warren Moon. He can run fast, but once he learned how to throw and rely on his arm, he became an elite thrower. So I think he was actually the fastest quarterback in his draft, but we don't even know he can run fast like that because he throw the ball, he rely on his arm, and I think that's another reason why he don't get sacked as much. I think he moving faster than what people give him credit for, and he can buy time and get the ball off. Yeah, I heard that. They say it's fake. They said Shadur came out and said it's fake news, so that's good. Shadur said it's fake. Damn, not one HBCU kid got drafted. So see, and that was the reason why I was upset when Prime left Jackson, because I know he was giving them kids hope down there, like the whole HBCU hope. Now that he's gone, now it's finna go back to the trap house. It's finna go back to business as usual. Like Jackson State, y'all see I got the Jackson State jersey on shirt on right now, and I want to cover Jackson State, but they don't put enough information out. I see stuff here and there about them, but it's not enough stuff to where I feel like I can really do a video about them because it's so frequent. It's so inconsistent when they put out information. I mean, during the season, you can try to do a little something, but even with that, you got to watch all their stuff on screens and that. Like it's just frustrating when you're trying to do HBCU stuff. Even the students that go there are just frustrated. Oh, I didn't know Dion spoke up for Penix before the draft. I didn't know he said anything about it. What's going on? No, I don't. First time here. Appreciate you for joining the chat. Yeah, JSU fell off after Prime left, and they didn't have to. Like everybody got camera phones. They can have somebody to film this stuff and put it out, and they just won't do it. So, like, they had a guy to transfer in from Oregon. His name was Seven McGee. I wanted to see this dude play so much. I wanted to see him do great things, but he just transferred out. And he tried to stay. He was battling, like thinking about leaving, but I think he ended up transferring out. I never seen him in the portal, but I heard he hit the portal. And I noticed on his Instagram he don't post anything about JSU anymore. So maybe he left. But he was a 4-star talent, and they didn't even promote the man. I hate that. You saying why? So why shouldn't? Oh yeah, Coach Prime did get frustrated with HBCUs. He got frustrated. He left. But when he was there, he was changing the narrative, and so many of them kids had hope when he was there. So it's kind of like it was kind of like he was Batman in Gotham. Like he didn't have superpowers, but he was working his damn utility belt, and he was getting the most out of that utility belt. He was getting everything done. Man, he was he was bringing life to HBCU football, and I loved it. I loved it. He he could have been immortalized down there if he would have stayed, but he would have never got the money. I don't think. Maybe they could have found a way to get the money, but I don't think he would have ever got the money that he's finna make now in Colorado. Frank Gore was a big time running back. He played for Miami back in the day, and he played in the league. He played for San Francisco for a long time. I think he had one of the longest careers for a running back. I mean, he had like a 15 or 18-year career in the league, and his son looked just like him. Yeah, they did. They cheated him on ticket sales for sure. You talking about Kobe? I don't know if Kobe gonna come to Colorado now because all these corners we got coming in, and you don't know. Like this is the one thing about Colorado. You don't know if you're gonna play at Colorado now. Like a lot of people that came to Colorado thought they were gonna play, and they hit a stone wall. So I think a guy like Kobe, it's too much in his favor where he at right now. He got too much in his favor. He got a history with that coach over there. This is last year. If he come over here and don't play, he can lose it all. He's slotted to be a first or a second round cornerback selection. So if I was him, I probably would stay too. Nah, I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna do it. Cause man, we done talked about it. He gave him the formula. Everybody know he gave him the formula. And what school at HBCU you see using the formula? Nobody. Nobody. Not even Eddie George. If Eddie George was doing that, Eddie George could have got one or two big time running backs. I haven't seen Eddie George say nothing about what he need, what he want. It's mind boggling to me. I wish I could get a job with one of these organizations and do the same thing Will All Media doing. Like I went to school for this stuff for real. Like I done actually did a game before. I did like two games. I did some basketball games and I did only one football game. But I can do this stuff. I'm really better filming than I am doing a podcast. No, we ain't blaming Prime over here. I feel sorry for that guy though that came out all this stuff, all this going on because he didn't say nothing about Prime like on his own media page or something. Somebody asked him a question and he just answered the question and he told the truth. He was like, man, he was freshman of the year where he was coming from. He went to Colorado and now, like, she knew what I'm saying. We don't even know who he was. So if you don't even know who he was, he probably didn't get a shot. He probably didn't get a realistic shot. Maybe because he had a measurables, maybe he wasn't tall enough or whatever. Um, but the coach that's with him now said he coached him as a freshman, and now they together again. He a good kid, and the dude was just saying like how it kind of hurt his feelings. I didn't know he from Georgia. He from South Georgia. He from my country, like my neck of the woods. And I know where they from. They got hard coaches over there, coaches that cuss you out, all that kind of stuff. So I know he's not a, a sensitive player when it comes to coaches being hard on you. That was our rival school that he played for, and I know how they get down. But I think Coach Prime was it in Georgia for us. I mean, maybe this dude wasn't even alive when Coach Prime was at Georgia, but you see the highlights. You know the legend, the man, the myth, the legend. So when you go play on this team, he probably listen to his daddies them and uncles them talking to people at the school like, oh, you finna go out there and play with Prime. So he wanted to put on for the city, and then he didn't get to play. I hurt your feelings, man. It hurt your feelings. And he was just saying, being honest, like how it hurt him. And now everybody's trying to attack him. Like he just wanted to spend time with Prime and like be able to tell his family like stories and stuff and blah blah blah. And he didn't get that. And that's the thing about the real world. Like once you get in the real world, like that fantasy that you think how it's gonna happen when you get married and how this gonna happen and how the date gonna go, the shit don't go nothing like what you thought it was gonna go like. The only time I think life goes like how you thought it would go, if you don't really push back at all, you just let it happen, and you don't have no expectations. Yeah, he at El Paso now. Uh, yeah, I saw that. I forgot the name. I still don't even know El Paso what their logo is. I keep thinking about a bull rider, but I don't think that ain't right. Yeah, we saw the rumors about Shilo wasn't true. They say he confirmed it that it wasn't true. Hey, that was on him all day long. But when you a cornerback and you standing next to the greatest corner of all time, you want to put on for him. And when you never had that one-on-one talk, you never had that, you kind of like, damn, I left a good situation to come here, and this dude didn't give two shits about me. That hurt your feelings now. That hurt your feelings. Well, he made the comment because they asked him. They asked him, and he told what really happened. And that's the thing about these media spaces. And that's why I don't understand why Coach Prime is acting like this. Media always ask you stuff because they're looking for a story. They always trying to get a story. And the guy got what he wanted. He put that out there. Other news medias picked it up. Shadur responded. Not Coach Prime responded. So now this reporter got the story that he wanted. He got all the likes and clicks that he wanted. That guy was just going to practice and he was doing his thing. He didn't say nothing last year about how bad it was, and then he went on about his business until this reporter asked him how he felt, and I can't get mad at him for telling how he really felt. Well, when I'm saying one-on-one time, he never talked to the man. Like, and we had some other players say that. Like I had a lot of conversations with my coaches, my head coaches. I can still remember some conversations I had with my head coach to this day. All three of my head coaches. So that's not nothing not normal for your head coach to talk to you. This is irregular what Coach Prime is doing. For your head coach not to talk to you, and Coach Prime is treating like the NFL. That's how it is in the NFL. Like when you get cut in the NFL, the head coach don't talk to you. The trainer put that slip in your locker, and somebody else come collect your playbook. They come get your playbook, and you know it's over. So when you thinking, man, it's hard. When you going somewhere, you thinking this finna be your big shot, and you're gonna have a chance to go to the league, and you have all these dreams, and you get that shit shot down. And especially when the person that you thought was gonna help you, they don't really even like extend a hand and talk to you or whatever. If like some of these guys was saying that I was on Jason Whitlock's show, if he would have just talked to them, they'd have felt a little better. But it was just like kind of like he was the president and they couldn't even really get close to him. Yeah, I don't have nobody else on here tonight. So tonight I'm keeping up. I'm telling you, most coaches talk to their players. They know their player names, and they'll see them every now and then. They'll say something to them. It may not be a meeting in the office, but it might be a meeting when he see you come out the training room, or he see you uh, when you about to get in your car, or after practice in the weight room. He might come up to you and just talk to you, just to have a little, engage with you and see how you feeling. Because they need to know if you thinking about transferring, if you bought into the program. Like, coaches will come talk to you. So, but that's coaches that actually care about you like that for real. I think Coach Prime feel like the hot girl right now. I think he got so many people coming at him. He's like, look, man, I've been in this spot before. When you have so many ladies, it's just like, I can't talk to them all. I can't talk to everybody. And you don't care. You don't care about calling people back. You don't care. You tired. You like, man, I gotta go to sleep, man. People keep calling me. They always want to talk. To take my ass to sleep. And you don't even care about calling nobody back. You say you're gonna call back, but you don't. Because you're just tired. So I understand why he doing what he doing. And he trying to build everything so fast. So his boys, because this is last year with his boys like this. I see it. I understand it. But I just feel like some things was handled a little differently. Last year, I think that interest going into Colorado, that shit was for Amazon. No, what Prime, whatever that show he was making, that video he was making. I think he played that moment up for that. I think that could have been handled a lot differently. Like 3 of them guys got drafted this year. So think about it. If he had them 3 linemen on his team, they probably had a better season. And if you had that other wide receiver on his team, they probably had a better season. And it was a linebacker that tried to come back to Colorado. He was like all conference, and he tried to come back because he had one more year. And Coach Prime, they didn't let him come back. He balled last year, but now y'all trying to say he ain't good enough to play. So it was some things Coach Prime could have did differently, and I think they would have had it could have made it to a bowl game last year. Nah, Prime really don't have an open door policy. He has one, but he ain't never there. Like he's not at all the practices and stuff. So, and when he's there, it's go time, it's show time, it's go. Yeah, he don't have a lot of time where he just sit around like normal coaches. Coach Prime working on snowmobile deals and stuff like that. Like regular coaches ain't doing all this kind of stuff. Regular coaches are sitting there trying to see how they're going to pay their bills. Uh, uh, I mean, I feel like you on the fence, like you feel like you got to defend Coach Prime. Like, if you was dealing with Coach Prime, I don't think you would like that. Okay, let's do this right here. And this is one thing y'all got to understand. When you get into show business, I'm talking about with all these people, Quincy Jones, um, P. Diddy, all these folks. These folks, they not your friend like that because they got so much going on. They so used to dealing with so many people. They know a lot of people that's trying to use them or whatever. They ain't really trying to be friendly with everybody because they don't want to get too friendly with you and you come back try to backstab them down the line. If they don't see the value in you, if your value don't jump off the page, a lot of times they life moving so fast, they don't have time to sit down and work with you and talk to you. So if you was in that same position, you would probably feel just like that young guy. If you went somewhere, how you defending Coach Prime right now? If you went to a function where Coach Prime was at and you thought you was gonna see Coach Prime and get something signed or autograph or something, he'll probably hurt your feelings too. He'll probably walk right by you. So that's the thing about it, man. Like, we can be Coach Prime supporters and all that kind of stuff, but don't go too far and try to protect Coach Prime because you don't know what goes on behind the closed doors. You don't know. I think Warren Sapp gonna do real good. I think Warren Sapp, their defense coordinator, the offensive coordinator, and the offensive line coach and the wide receiver coach. I think them guys right there are gonna make this team be special. And I can just tell the difference. The offensive coach and the defensive coach, the coordinators, their demeanors are so much more relaxed, so much more easygoing. Sean Lewis, he had one of them, to me, one of those military kind of like demeanors. And a lot of kids don't like that. The coach, I can't remember his name, from Alabama, I don't recall seeing that dude smile. It like he was about his business. And if you see a lot of guys that go on their recruiting trips and they say, why do you go to this school? And they say it just felt like home. It just felt like a family. The coaches we had last year, Coach Prime and them two coordinators, they did not make these kids feel like this was family. They made these kids feel like this was a business. And I feel like the coaches they have now, I think they give more one-on-one time. And I'm glad we got on this topic because I had a caller. We were talking about this the other day, and he was like, he thanked the new coach, but he didn't thank Coach Prime. This might be why. And I just said, I feel like the new coach has a softer heart than Coach Prime. So the new coach might have sat down and talked to McClain. He might have had some personal conversation with him, talked to him, and he might have even thought about changing his mind. But if Coach Prime did McClain the same way these other kids saying, we never talked to me, blah, 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 I can see why a 5-star want to leave the program. I can see why. So we got to take all this stuff into consideration. You got to take all this stuff into consideration. No, I saw that interview, but I didn't watch it because I was setting up my live. I'll probably watch that tonight, or early in the morning. Was it good, did he? Yes, Sap does have a lot of energy. I didn't say nothing about Dion was talking to a narrative. What you talking about, man? You getting in your feelings right now. He do care about them kids, but Dion don't. You will see when you see, if you ever want to see it. Like, I see the side when Coach Prime care about the kids, and I see the side of Coach Prime when he put on the show. It's two different. It's two. You got to know the difference. Well, that guy you talking about was all state before. He was all conference too. So it's in two different times he excelled on a high level. So at the other places he was at, he excelled. So you can't say he just trash if he excelling. Maybe he's not Power Five material, but we'll find out. Nah, it was fake news. Shilo came back and confirmed that it was fake news. Mm, okay, if it's about the black coach getting criticized, where's the criticism with Coach Brown right now at Syracuse? Where's the criticism at UCLA right now with their new head coach that was the NFL star too? Where's the criticism at the head coach for the for Penn State? Where's the criticism with the head coach of Maryland? Where's the criticism with the head coach at Notre Dame? We don't hear it. Why we ain't hearing it? We keep hearing a lot of this with Coach Prime. We keep hearing it. So sometimes, look how Coach Prime talk at the meetings, in the press room. These other coaches ain't talking like that. Coach Prime feel like he can say and do whatever he want to do. You can't do that. Nobody can. So just answer those questions. What other stories have you heard about these other 8 black coaches? The only other story I heard about these black coaches was the coach from Michigan State when the lady said he tried to harass her or whatever, sexual stuff, but she was talking to other coaches. So I don't really believe her story because I believe they had something going on, but I think this was her plan because she was doing this with another coach. So tell me these stories, these other black coaches how they getting treated bad. I'm not seeing it where these other black coaches are getting treated bad. So let's see you come up with a story where another black coach done got treated bad. Since so many black coaches getting done wrong. I'll wait. Like Prime say, I got time today. I got time today. Like, I understand a star leaves a player once he gets into college. What I'm saying is every one of my head coaches that I played for, I had conversation with. The last school I played for, I had a surgery before I got there. I wasn't the same player when I got there. I still could play better than some dudes, but I couldn't play like I used to play. And me and we had that conversation. We talked about if I transfer, he said he'll support me if I transfer. He said if I want to stay, he'll support me. It's up to me. We had this conversation. And I was thinking about transferring real bad. And I decided to stay. And he came up to me again. He said, you know what? I appreciate you. I'm glad that you're here. You're a vital part of our team or whatever. And I'm just happy you decided to stay with us. He didn't have to do that. I was a backup. He didn't have to do that to me. He could have walked right by me. You walking by these kids when y'all going to the games, all this kind of stuff. You walking right by them. You coming through the same tunnel. You can say something to somebody. But Coach Prime got time to talk to rappers. He got time to talk to the snowmobile people. He got time to do all this other stuff. But you got players on your team that came here for you. You got to make time for them too. I ain't trying to baby nobody. I'm telling you how it is. What superstar have you ever hung out with? I got a whole list of superstars I hung out with. You tell me what superstar you hung out with, where y'all was at when y'all hung out. And I said that earlier, he did a lot for these kids. I said that. I said if he was at JSU right now, they'll be doing better. The whole SWAC will be doing better. Like, I hated it. I knew it was going to happen to that kid that they played against in that bowl game, Richardson, that quarterback. He was a good quarterback. But I could tell the Central, North Central, North Carolina Central, they weren't marketing that man. I said, this dude out battled Shadur in the bowl game, and we don't even really know his name. And that's the school that let him down. It's the school that let him down. JSU let Coach Prime down. Do you agree with that? Do you think Coach Prime let JSU down, or did JSU let Coach Prime down? Yeah, the CEO, he's still intact, y'all. The CEO is ready for business. I noticed you ain't named another black coach that they've been doing wrong. I noticed you didn't do that. Hey, you got to come with receipts with me now. What other black coach they doing wrong? You said they doing all these black coaches wrong. Man, you said they doing them wrong. If they doing them wrong, they gonna have stories about them. They gonna make them look bad in the media. Yeah. Hey Harris, you ain't answering no question right now, bro. I'm asking y'all some direct questions. Y'all can't answer. Uh, you talking about the way Notre Dame did Willingham? Look how long ago that's been. I was mad about that a long time ago. That's been over a decade ago. That was so long ago. I'm talking about right now, today in this era that we in right now. What coach has been doing? See, you had to go back a decade plus, and I can't even remember what happened. I know he got fired or whatever, but and I think he had a winning record. But they wanted to move in another direction. The contract was up, I think. Bro, I'm not missing y'all point. I understand. I'm a prime supporter, but I'm not finna sit here and shit on a kid because Prime didn't take the time out to talk to a kid on his team. If none of these kids don't come to this school to play for him, he'll be miserable. So if a kid come to play for you, you should at least acknowledge the dude. You should at least talk to him. If it didn't go the right way, okay, but at least talk to him. I think what 39 dudes done left the school. They didn't all leave the same day. So that's probably like 3 hours of his lifetime talking to them kids, 3 hours. And they came and they did whatever they had to do to get here, and they poured it out. They did their best for him. He can't get these cats like 5 minutes. You can't give them 5 minutes. Them 5 minutes will stay with them for the rest of their life. How I know he didn't make time? Because his other players done said he didn't talk to him. This is not the first player that done said that. It's multiple players. So that means you ain't paying attention. Multiple players have said this. You still ain't named me no coaches that got done wrong, though. Ty Willingham, that was so long ago. I think that, man, that was so long ago. Hold on, you said ESPN just confirmed Shilo's shoulder injury. It's a torn rotator cuff. They say Shilo said he was fine. Man, players do come out on coaches, on white coaches. Is if the media gonna pick up the story or not, and it depends on how the coaches respond. Look how Coach Prime responded. Coach Prime making this a bigger thing. It's how you respond. Only thing you can control is how you respond. When you typing stuff like "I got time today," that's not how a head coach respond. You got time today, but you ain't had time when the dude was leaving your team. That's not how you respond. You teaching these kids how to be men. That's not how you want. If his daughter was talking to a man and he was typing that loud on the internet, he wouldn't like that. He wouldn't like if somebody was talking to his daughter like that. And y'all acting like this man came out and attacked Coach Prime. This man was he was asked a question. Why won't we look at who this reporter was that asked this question and go at the reporter? No, Charlie Strong did himself wrong. Charlie Strong should have stayed at Louisville. He was building something great at Louisville. He went out there to Texas. There was already problems. The dude didn't want to hire him. He kind of still went, tried to get more money out there in Texas. You went to a place where people didn't want you. They always say that. Don't go where you tolerate it. Go where you appreciate it. Charlie Strong should have stayed at Louisville, where he was building a program, where some people believed in him, that wanted him. He wanted to go out there to Texas, where people were already saying there was already the house divided, bring him in. So you knew he was going to be a bunch of turmoil. All right, tell me what you saying again. What you saying again so I can get it and I can understand it. No, it's more coaches in the game now than it's ever been. And the pros and the NFL right now. It's way more coaches in the pros and the NFL. This is the highest number of coaches it's ever been. Hey, Rand, I don't know. You like you having this conversation, you need to know that. I know it's about six or eight. Who's doing that? Nobody ain't shitting on Prime. People just telling you how it is. Like, why you don't want to listen to how it is? Man, I noticed y'all can't find no coaches though that's getting drugged. Y'all name me the black coaches that's getting drugged right now. I want to know these names. Coach, I don't have to be in the room. Coach Prime letting us know what's going on. It's a whole bunch of coaches at this level. It's more than it's ever been. I don't watch Whitlock Garbage Channel. Every now and then I'll watch an interview here and there. See, this is what I do. As a police officer, and I'm not a police officer, but I study a lot of stuff. When you're a police officer, when you're a detective, you gotta listen to both sides of the story. Because people gonna say this on their side, people gonna say that on their side, and then you listen to both sides and you try to see which one make the most sense. When people were going in on Prime coming out of Jackson, I was mad he was leaving Jackson, but I didn't go in on him. I just sat back and I just listened and I waited and I heard, okay, this makes sense, that makes sense, that don't make no sense. This makes sense. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I was looking at why the coach, the president never took any picture with Prime and all that kind of stuff. Then I heard the stuff he got into. I was like, oh, okay. So I'm seeing what's going on. I didn't pick no sides. But I saw what was going on. I saw what Coach Prime was doing for Jackson, and he was turning around. Just like right now, he turning around Colorado right now. He turning around. But it's a saying. It's a saying. They say assholes get shit done. Y'all remember that. Assholes get shit done. So you ain't finna be no nice butterfly and change stuff around. So if some people's toes get stepped on or whatever, hey, that's part of the business. Somebody lose a finger or two here and there, that's part of business. But if people talk about they feelings getting hurt in the process, I'm not just gonna dismiss it because I know what goes on in business. I know what goes on. Coach Prime don't have to act like other coaches. But when Coach Prime get a lot of heat, like how he getting right now, y'all don't say why they ain't treating him like other coaches because he ain't acting like other coaches. If Coach Prime want to type, I got time today, okay, everybody else got time too. So people can say what they want to say because he's saying what he want to say. That comes with it. And Luke and all them coming out telling some, why people talking about Prime? Because Prime got time today. That's why people talking about him. Because he put on his Twitter, I got time today. So he got time for it today. How many times have you seen Curry Smart talk like that? You don't see that. When that happened with Kirby Smart quarterback after the championship game when he was drunk out there on the street, what did you see Kirby Smart say? Kirby Smart didn't start going off on people for talking bad about that young man. He didn't start going off and saying y'all don't know him like that. And he didn't do that. He was quiet. He probably reached out to him. He probably called him. They probably had a private conversation. The dude still got drafted. Show must go on. Like you see him well off media. He went off today. And what he said, he was like, I know I maybe shouldn't be saying this, but F it. So you know you shouldn't be doing this, but you're going to do it anyway. I don't care. You can't do that. You can't do that. And Coach Prime talking about he trying to teach people to be professional men. His own son saying, I don't care. I'm going to say it anyway. So you can't do that, man. Come on. You think Spencer Rattler's going to be the future of the Saints? Really? I don't know. I call Spencer Steph Curry. He reminded me of Steph Curry. I thought he was going to be that guy. So when everything started falling down on him, they even tried to go in on him the other day. They were saying the reason why he didn't get drafted was because of video. When his dude was a little kid or something, there was like a lot of teams didn't want him because of some video. I mean, and if you know anything about them kind of shows and stuff, like I've been on them shows, like I've been on the Maury Povich show before. When you on these kind of shows, they try to tell you to do stuff to make it more interesting. They don't want to just, and so that's why like a lot of this stuff with Coach Prime is to get reactions out of people, is to get clicks and the views, and so I kind of know the game. But when these NFL teams were saying they didn't want to draft him because of a video he made when he was in high school, I'm like, what? Are y'all serious? But I will say this. I didn't see enough wild plays from Rattler to make me think he going to be the face of a franchise. Bumpty. I'll let you have that. We'll see on that one. That ain't true. That ain't true. You got a whole bunch of black coaches at HBCUs. So that alone, you already got about 50 coaches. You already got about 50 coaches. We got to build up our stuff, man. Coach Prime showed them HBCUs the formula to build their stuff up and what they did when Coach Prime left. So we want to blame other folks. These folks build their stuff up. They build their schools up. Why we trying to go to their schools? Why we don't build our own schools up? Like, I done had these conversations, man, where I was mad at white folks, but I stopped back and I looked at I was like, hold on. These white people, they handle their business. Have they did some little cricket stuff here and there? Yes, they have. But that's part of it. That's part of business. You got to learn how to get around it. Like China and Russia done found a way to get around the crooked business. And you see what's starting to happen to our dollar now. They starting to take us down because they found a way to get around it. We got to find a way to get around it. Uh, how many white coaches are in HBCUs? Are you mad about that? How many white coaches at HBCUs? We 17% of the population? We got our own schools. If we just build up our own schools, we'll be good. If we just focus on our own schools, we'll be good. But we won't do that. I got on a Jackson shirt right now. I focus on my schools. I want to go to film. I went to Appalachian State because Appalachian State gave me a full ride. I played against fam in the playoffs. My forehead shining. Y'all funny. Nah, man, I'm 89, man. I'm not 90, I'm 89. Get it right. Man, Santa Claus ain't this sexy, man. Cut it out. Nah, I listen to a lot of stuff. I listen. Cause you made it seem like Prime is all, everybody had their faults. Everybody had their faults. I can't name them all, but I already told you. You got the Penn State guy, and these are black coaches. Penn State guy, you got a Notre Dame guy, you got a guy from Maryland, you got the guy for Syracuse, you got Georgia State, you got Prime, you got UCLA, you got Colorado State. That's 8 right there. That's 8. And there might be some more that I don't know about. So you ain't even know it was 8, did you? That's 8. And I bet you there's some more out there if we really look, we really dig. And the other coach, it would have been 9 if the coach didn't get tangled up with old girl. He did it to himself on that one. It is feelings in football, man. You play football with passion. Feelings are all in football. What you talking about, bro? You think Running Lott told him to cut his finger off because he had no passion? He didn't care. He didn't feel like he was gonna let his team down. That's why you say cut my finger off. That's why dudes go out there. That's why they had to do the protocol for concussions, because dudes will go out there and put their life on the line because they care so much about winning. They cared about winning. That's feelings, bro. Ray Lewis said, no, that was Dawkins said. Dawkins said, I can feel it. I can feel it in my soul. Can you feel it? Man, football all about passion, man. What you talking about, bro? Come on, man. You just arguing just to argue right now, bro. Come on, man. I'm a reasonable guy. All right, DD. Sorry for all the arguing tonight. They got me on one tonight. Uh, mm, 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 mm. What's up, CU Buff Dynasty? What's happening, man? And they said that story about Shilo is they say it's fake news. No, it's not okay for Prime to respond. How many times have you seen Bill Belichick respond? How many times have you seen Kirby Smart respond to people? How many times have you seen Nick Saban respond? When you a head coach, when you a player, you get elevated to another level. When Kobe Bryant messed up that time, how many times you see Kobe Bryant respond? Can't respond. Everything you say is magnified 10, 20,000 times. You can't respond. No. Only thing you can do is do better. Uh, hey, you right, Buff Dynasty. They don't respect their coaches. You right. Man, emotions, feelings, all that's tied up in the same little bundle, bro. You reaching, man. Oh yeah, Michigan got a head coach too. So that puts you at 9 right there. So we got 9 coaches that we know of right now, and it's some more. But I noticed y'all still ain't named that coach they did wrong yet. Y'all talking about, man, y'all talking about Willingham, and that was 20 years ago, and Charlie Strong that went out to Texas. Everybody knew Charlie Strong should not have went to Texas. I don't know. I don't know, Direct D. I don't know. I don't know if we can be friends. I don't know. You might not be a good friend. I don't know. Let me see. Promo might be asleep, man. I gotta catch up with the comments. What's up, William Barry? Yeah, I feel what you're saying, Barry. I text Promo a long time ago. He ain't never respond, so I think Promo sleep, man. And I don't see him in the chat. Bro, who mad? Who in their feelings? Harris, you and your feelings. I'm not tripping, dog. I'm just telling y'all what's going on. Y'all trying to make it seem like we didn't just have a lackluster spring game. Everything ain't right over there, man. Uh, but I hope we get that D. If we get that D tackle from Michigan, and there's another D tackle just hit the portal from TCU, and it's a linebacker from TCU. And I want to get that big lineman. I hope we get that big lineman that Coach Prime tried to get at when he was at JSU. That big 455-pound dude. If we get these dudes, look, I had to go against the dude that was 330 one time. I remember I was blocking that dude on a punt. It we had to punt the ball, and I was blocking him. He was a D lineman. Man, that joker back was so thick and wide. I was like, what the hell is this? And, I mean, it was raining. I was trying to block this dude. He would just push me back. He was so slow he couldn't block the kick, but I had to just stay in front of him. And he would just push me. Like I couldn't do nothing. So that guy was 330. This dude is 455. 450. That's crazy. Oh, I got you. I got you. But see, you don't understand, bro. Harris, what position you played when you played ball? But what you talking about that online? What you talking about online? Oh yeah. See you finna be real tough. Like see you, we right there. Right now, we kind of like at a low tier ACC team right now. If we get a few more of these guys, we gonna be a low tier SEC team. Uh, Central Florida been straight for like the last 10 years. They just need a quarterback. When that quarterback transferred out, that hurt them. That hurt their program. And when their head coach left, that hurt too. But that quarterback leaving, he hurt. It hurt the most. I was thinking Central Florida was going to be the next power in Florida. Until Florida State got their mojo back last year, I thought Central Florida was about to take over. But now with Central Florida being in the same conference with Colorado, it's gonna give them a little boost. Colorado boosts everybody. Yeah, yeah, Barry. If we get there, it's over. If we get there, it's over. Oh, he canceled his Miami visit after the CU, but I heard he still got the USC. Yeah, yeah. We neck and neck with USC, and I think that dude Bear went to USC last year, and he left. So if he look at that, he should know like, okay, I don't want to go to USC. But hey, you can't really say that. 'Cause look at how many people left Colorado. But him and Bear almost was the same guy. I'm gonna say this: when I was a little kid, LSU was the first team I used to love watching play because they had that big eye, that tiger eye in the middle of the field. I used to love that. I used to love that, boy. I wanted to be an LSU fan, but I was too little to really understand what was going on. But I used to love that big eye in the middle of the field. Yeah, Bama had a good spring game. LSU had a good spring game. Um, Syracuse, Ohio State, and Texas had a good spring game. I don't know where Bear going, man. Bear just got quiet. He was out on the market for a while, but he got quiet. Let me see. Can I pull that up and see? I'm in the portal right now looking. Arkansas got a lot of dudes jumping in the portal, man. Arkansas must have got a new head coach. I'm gonna do the top D lineman. Oh yeah, we already got one Arkansas guy. They got another edge just jumped in the portal. Um, Let me see. Man, I really don't have a team. I mean, Colorado, I like Colorado because what Prime got going on. And I just like watching, seeing what Syracuse got going on. But I mean, I got to pull for App State because I graduated from App State. But I really just like football, man. I like watching good football. I don't really like watching Alabama when they have so many players and they just overpower people. I want to see teams when a coach out coaches other teams, and you learn how to get your players in position so you can exploit their weaknesses and you can capitalize off your strengths. So, Derek 66305, 4-star, SEC, Arkansas. You still in the hunt? Oh dang! Let me see. So I'm doing it by position, cause I still feel like, see, it's a big dude just jumped in the portal from TCU, a D lineman. I want that dude, Williams, and he going up, like he trending up. But he from California, so he's 6'2", 320. He might go to USC. I hope if USC get him, and then we get the dude from Michigan State, I'll take that. I would take that. Uh, I'm trying to see. College talent. Decommits. Can't find a transfer portal right now. Dang, I ain't know Israel was 6 foot. 180. He looks small. On tape, he looks small. Yeah, I seen Kobe 6'3", 220, but and that and see what I don't like about Kofi. He was doing this thing, man. From what I just, like he had a good attitude and all that kind of stuff. But I'm gonna say this, and this is what I told DJ Promo. When I watch practices, if I don't see you, if I don't see your number, I think you're gonna transfer out. And I think my guy that came from my hometown, Eric, I think the main reason why he transferred out is because his height, his size. He don't have NFL height. He don't have an NFL body to play defensive end. So I think that's what Coach Prime was doing. If you don't have like the measurables and you ain't showing no crazy ability, they gonna just tell you, hey man, go ahead and go somewhere else so you can play. You probably not gonna play here. Clemson lost some players, but Clemson only lost 12 players. So they ain't really that bad. I mean, a lot of schools lose that many. Random uploader. That's a different name right there. I don't know, man. None of them guys ain't been. Only one guy went to San Diego State. I don't think. You know how we say Dion cutthroat or whatever. He straight to the point. I think the dude for San Diego State is harder than Dion. Like I think he no nonsense. I think he got that military kind of mindset, and I think a lot of kids just don't want to play for him. Cause only one kid went there, and he was the offensive coordinator. So that shows you a lot of them kids they didn't want to be around him. Well, and see, this is the thing about the portal right now. See, I didn't know 46 was leaving, man. I knew Cooper was leaving. I thought Cooper and I thought Stoudemire was leaving. I didn't think 46 was gonna leave. But I understand why 46 leaving. If he don't got no scholarship. Uh, you think Terrell gonna be a dog? I thought Terrell gonna leave out until I found out about his injury. I didn't even know he was on the team. Oh, Kofi got injured last year. Yeah, but I'm gonna say Israel. He gonna get picked up by somebody, no doubt. Yeah, Kofi didn't never flash to me, and that's what I don't understand. That like, if you supposed to play on this level, you should better make 2 plays a day. You should be either better easily better make 2 plays a day, and I wasn't seeing them guys make plays. Um, yes, and sometimes I be thinking I don't know if it's the new kids that just think different from us, but or maybe they just ain't that good. And I'm thinking I want them to be good, but they just ain't that good. Uh, I'm trying to look at these transfer. Okay, I'm back on my site now. Position. D lineman. I'm gonna try to look at the best available D lineman. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah. I mean, we done got some of the best ones on the board, so we looking good on that. Oh, the guy from the edge from Louisville just jumped in the portal, but I don't know if a lot of people leaving Louisville. Like I wonder if that wide receiver that we had 3 different. I can't think his name. I think it was. I know they called him 3 different. He went to Louisville, and he was playing. He was getting playing time, but he transferred out. Yeah, I mean it's crazy because if you look at the ranking, we've got I think 3 of the top defensive player linemen out of the portal. they rank higher than old boy. Old boy Derek, he's ranked 21. Hardman, he's ranked 21. B Green that we got, he's ranked 18. Uh Wiggins, he's ranked 14. Solomon, he's ranked 11. So I call that man Solomon. Samuel. He ranked 11. So we got some of the best dudes on here. So this Michigan guy and this guy from TCU, that's 20, 21, and 23. If 23 go to Southern Cal and we get 21, that'll be good. Uh, yeah, man. A lot of players have dreams to go to the next level, and some people just don't got it, man. And you gotta have that conversation with yourself and gotta be realistic with yourself and just be happy with your degree and try to continue to go throughout life. But a lot of guys done grew up their whole life thinking about going to the league and not thinking about life after football. So that's when they get so emotional because they just feel like football was the only way I was gonna make it. Dang, something got in my ear. Like this year, we did way better in the Porter than what we did last year. Way better. Yeah. I mean, we got a squad, but the only thing about it is everybody getting pieced together. And I don't know. Sometimes when dudes leave a school, it's a reason why they left. Either they couldn't get on the field, they weren't coachable. Sometimes it's the coach was stupid. But a lot of times, if you're a baller, you'll figure out a way to get on the field. You talking about that defense end? Yeah, I see that defense end for Louisville. I seen a quarterback that hit the portal the other day. I would like to get him. I'm not sold on our quarterbacks. I'm not sold. It's a quarterback from boy, I hate that Jaden dude went to Georgia. Boy, I hate that. That just hurt my soul. It's a dude from Washington just hit the board. The crazy thing about it, he didn't go to Alabama off rip. This quarterback from Washington, Davis, he the best quarterback. We need some insurance for Shadua. Yeah, I mean, and that's the one thing about playing college ball. You know, this your last time really playing ball if you don't make it to the league. So a lot of guys want to play. So it's gonna be hard to get guys to sit on the bench. Nah, I don't know nothing about. I don't know. I don't know if that's a person or I don't know. If you talking about the quarterback from Georgia a long time ago, I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Some of them players from the big brand schools, they ain't all that. They just got the size or whatever. And you right about that. But that guy, that Derek guy, he been moving up the charts. Like he's been improving. So that's why I wanted him. Cause that coach at Michigan State, he was building something over there. And I'm just not sold on our D line. I'm not sold on our D line because we get too many like big runs on us. Too many big runs on us at practice. SHC, you been rocking with me for a while too, dog. You be popping in and out. Yeah, that's how I feel too. I feel a lot of these guys at Colorado, like even like 46. I felt like 46 was showing up. He was doing stuff, but I still didn't see him as a starter. Like I didn't see him as a different maker. I was thinking to myself, like maybe if he hang in there his junior year, he might get to touch the field. But he seen that little scrappy, uh that scrappy dude that's on the practice team that everybody know about. But if he actually had to play in the game, it'll probably hurt his confidence. That's what he felt like to me. He felt like that guy that was gonna give it. He one of them great practice guys. He gonna give it his all during practice, but in the game, I don't know if he gonna fit the bill. That's what I saw with 46. But he was a freshman, so I wasn't trying to judge him too hard. I was like, I'm gonna just wait to see how he pan out as a junior. And so, but this is the only reason why I say something wrong, y'all, because I see some guys as freshmen that don't play their freshman year, and they fine with sitting the bench. I think Coach Prime them looking at them boys and they saying, you ain't really what we want. And they let them know that. They give them the cold shoulder, so they transfer out. Mm. I think we're going to get another running back, too, for whatever reason. I think we're going to get another running back. That's just crazy. Every time I see that, when I see Dylan Edwards at Kansas, dog, that jump just don't even feel right. It just don't feel right. Uh, and they say some guys supposed to still pop up in the portal the next 48 hours. So we got like one more day. Some guys might pop up in the portal. Well, I've been wanting to see about this team, this road running team. I know they had got a bunch of guys to transfer in last year. They got 12 to transfer in this year. The road runners, I think that's the road runners. I wonder how many guys. See, they only had 13 dudes to transfer out and 12 to transfer in. That's pretty good. Because they had got a bunch of dudes transferred in last year. Mm. We still holding on that number 6 spot. I think we're going to jump Florida State, though. Mm, mm, mm. And see, I don't know. It's hard for me to judge that tight end, y'all, because I ain't say he was, I didn't see him messing up, but I ain't see him doing good. I just see like, and I'm gonna say this for our team, that's kind of like what we need. We need somebody just gonna block for real. Like we ain't expecting this dude to win the game for us. We just need a tight end just for blocking purposes that don't really want the ball that much. That's how I feel because we got so many wide receivers. Hey y'all, I'm tired, man. I'm about to lay it down. I've been up. I've been up. Nothing that happened to Shilo, man. It was a false alarm. They say it was fake. They say it was fake news. They said he supposed to have surgery on his shoulder and was supposed to be out for 6 months, but fake news. Fake news, fake news. So we good. We supposed to be good on that. They say Shilo came out himself and said nothing wrong. Yeah, I feel you on that. I feel you on that, B. Like he was getting beat. And like what his daddy said something about nobody didn't catch no ball on him. I'm like, now they did catch the ball on 24 a lot. Dang. Did they hold on, wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. Did y'all ever see 46 get caught over? I seen 46 in the mix a lot. Hell, I seen 46 get caught over on that drill at the end when he tried to call that guy out. That's why he tried to call the guy out, because he wanted to get a scholarship. He figured if I call out the best wide receiver and I stop him, he should have called out Jimmy, man. He should have called out Jimmy, dog. He should not have called out. He should have worked it with ladder, man. I thought he got that pin pulled out of his hand way back at JSU. I thought that happened way back when. You good, easy. Marco. Yeah, man, y'all, it's getting late. It's getting late. Hey, it's a whole bunch of stuff. I got alligators and I got bears and everything out there, man. All my friends out there. What's going on, Big Papa? I might have to say no Diddy behind that. Hey. Oh, okay. All right. So he had surgery a long time ago to put the pin in, and then they just took the pin out. Okay. Um, I tried to do that to my ankle. They tried to take the pin out my ankle. They couldn't take it out. I guess I bent it up in there. They can't get it out. Oh, for real? Yeah. I stayed right beside Lake Seminole, so I got gators. They come on my property all the time. Yeah. Hey y'all. Hey, look, I'm out, man. Hey, when somebody come in the room called Doodoo Man, it's time to go. It's time to go, y'all. Damn, Barry, how you seen that? There was a video out about Shilo screaming when they were taking the pen out. Or you heard them talking about it. Like, y'all get some exclusive footage. Oh, Shadur posted it. Man. Hey, appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you, Troy. Brooklyn in the house. We got Brooklyn in the house, y'all. I haven't seen Terrell. I don't know. I just ain't seen Terrell and Shadur doing too much. I mean, maybe you seeing something I ain't seeing, but I haven't seen too much yet. But hey, y'all, I gotta get up in the morning and get on this morning. We gonna talk some NFL in the morning, man. But I'll see y'all in the morning on the morning drive. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace out.